everyone, welcome back to the Gold Technical Analysis session with Mukmik, and also welcome you all back to the new year. It is 2023 at the moment, and this is the first day that we are back on trading. Okay, so if you'll notice, if you're on our Telegram, we did send you the signals throughout the New Year's holidays. However, I would not make a video to publish on the YouTube channel. Why is that? Because we're not trading with the big funds, and it is pretty risky to tell if the zone that we are going to enter is really have the big funds who trade with us, all right? Because we're using the demand and supply zones, and that really needs the big funds to make the price action to the direction that we do need it to be. All right, so this is the first day that they are coming back on the market as well, so I will start from today to make the analysis for you guys, and I hope that you are very happy to be back and see me again. I am very happy and excited to share my plans for the rest of the year, and I do hope that it is going to be the great year for all of us. All right, so let's go to the plan together. There's going to be so much to say. All right, so let's do this. So here we go. We would need to start with the monthly time frame because it is a new month and even a new year as well. So this monthly time frame, if you can see, the pattern is quite confusing. The trend is not quite clear from this region. However, if you zoomed out for a little bit, the price of the gold is being in an uptrend. Okay, do we have the zone here? Yes, we do. We have the supply zone here. All right, so this is the zone that make the price to do the lower low than this one. All right, so we need to be careful on this supply zone. What's about the price there? So it's around 1900 and we're almost there, so other rooms for us to go for a buy here. So let's drop down the time frame. Okay, so for the weekly time frame, it is clearly an uptrend. All right, so it was a downtrend. However, the price is starting to make a higher low here and there, and also another one here, even though this swing is quite unclear. All right, so there's two most significant swing that could tell that it is reverted into the uptrend position is these two swing, and also they are making a higher high as well. So that's the uptrend in the weekly time frame. So in the weekly time frame, we used to have our supply zone here. All right, so this supply zone has been removed, so we have our brand new demand zone. I will draw it pretty broadly here because we will need the confirming signals in the smaller time frames as well. Okay, so that's the demand zone that we've got for the weekly time frame. All right, what about the support and the resistance? It is going to be quite large here, if I would say, so we might need to drop more time frames to see that. So in the weekly time frame, we have another supply zone here that I just drew, and the price is around 1885. All right, so the price is now coming back up, so we might have a selling plan today. However, if you can tell in the weekly time frame and also this daily time frame, since I changed it, it is a very, very strong uptrend. So we would have both buying plan and a selling plan. For the buying plan, it is because we have an uptrend and it is our best friend to trade, follow the trends. Alright, so I would suggest you that it is safer to go for a buy. However, we almost reached our supply zone. So if the price, maybe we got to make a buy order and then the price coming back up shoot to the supply zone and we would have a selling order. So I wish that. So we have two positions today, all right? So in the daily time frame, what we have is not quite clear, because if you want to ask me, is this the demand zone? I would say, well, it is a very large one, and the imbalance that tell us that it is a very strong buying power that isn't quite here yet. So I would say this zone is pretty broad. So if you draw the zone here, you will need to have a very, reliable confirming signals for you. Otherwise, it is too large to put the stop loss below the zone here, okay? However, we have this zone in the daily time frame, which is beautiful. Why is that? Because this zone, we have the zone and also we have the support as well, if you can tell. So the price use it as a resistance once, twice, and this is the third time. Once the price could persist over this resistance, it will turn itself into the supports, and it used it once already. So the resistance and the supports, if you use it quite a lot of times, it will be strengthened, okay? So this is a pretty strong resistance and supports at around 1820, okay, if you want to make it a round number. Alright, so that's the daily time frame, but it is still very large, okay? So let's drop down to the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so I will give you the plan from this 4 hours time frame, because we have a very beautiful pattern here. So in the 4 hours time frame, clearly it is an uptrend, okay? So the price formed a very beautiful uptrend here in the 4 hours time frame, and also we have our demand zone here, okay? That's the demand zone, and we do have our support as well. As you can tell, same thing, it used this 1865 as a resistance, pushed the price down, but the price came back up and persist over this line, and it will turn itself into a support, okay? So I would say here in this zone, it is going to be our buying plan at 1870 to 1865. All right, let me change the color. 1870 to 1865 is going to be our buying plan for today. What about the selling plan? For the selling plan, I would say it is going to be against the trend. So you will need to know the other techniques, a very unique one to go for a sell. So I do have one pattern for you guys. So we have the low twice here, okay? We can wait for selling at this supply zone, okay? So if we have the low twice here, let me use my Fibonacci extension. We will have our selling plan here, which is in the supply zone that we've got as well, okay? So for the selling plan, I would say you could consider it from 1890, if you go for the round number, to around 1905. So maybe 1890, 1900, and 1905. All right, it is pretty broad area as well. So if you want to be sure, you might need to wait for the confirming signals here. Either you have another low twice here, or you have the classic divergence here. Okay, so that's these confirming signals will tell you whether you should go for 1890, 1900, or 1905. All right, so that's done. Be careful though on trading against the trend. That's why you need to have a very strong confirming signals there. But for the buying plan, I would not be serious about this, because we're following the trend and it's pretty safe. All right, however, the price should coming back down first before touching this supply zone, okay? So this is going to be the picture that I would want them to be. So we need to make a buy order first before the selling ones. Why is that? Because if the price going back up before it coming back down to our supply to our demand zone here, that is going to be very risky for buying, because this demand zone is in the 4-hour time frame. But if you remember, this supply zone is from the weekly time frame. So the supply is from the larger time frame, a lot larger time frame. So if the price going to touch the supply first, I would say you will need to be very careful about this demand zone. Okay, you will need the confirming signals. All right, but if the price coming back down, the confirming signal is not a big thing. Okay, so that is going to be the most perfect picture that I would want it to be for today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and also please click the subscribe button for us. And this year, the good news is I am going to produce more content in the English version for you guys. It is not going to be only the analysis, it is going to be, you know, some trick and tips, the techniques, some of it that I use that I could publish it online. So stay tuned for that, and I hope that you like my videos. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.